Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Screen play set up for Williams. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down. You look at this Niner defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
9 yards to go.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Jordan Watkins deep for San Francisco. Pulled in at the 24. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him, otherwise you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from him.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Purdy. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. That's returnable now for Smith. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up a third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Stafford, he's going to change things up.
11. 21. What hot?
They'll look to throw. And he is caught. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
First down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
50. 11. 59.
Throwing again is Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Rams have 1-3 here in the early part of the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Hey, 54.
Now it's Stafford. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Monday.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a home pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
32.
Option handoff to Williams.
And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 22. Check. Blue 60.
Stafford now to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Terrence Ferguson. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Rams on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll try the wide side with Cook. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Purdy now to throw. That's into the hands of Pearson on the right side. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Purdy. And this is caught at the end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Cook. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jordan Watkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Touchdown. Here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Here's Stafford. That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. And he's brought down. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The city just made it sweet. You could diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walk in New Orleans with the
Here's Stafford. Right back to Atwell. That's complete. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that will bring up second down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Passing down here, 5 receivers on the field as they look at a 2nd and 8.
50-50.
Now Stafford. That's complete to Turner.
5 receivers in the formation that time, Brandon. So all they're trying to do is create a little indecision in the defense's mind. And instead, they just want to drop this one off underneath. Nice job, though, to get to him quickly and hold him to a short gain.
The 5 receivers set here. It's 3rd down and 5.
Ready. Hey, 180. Monday.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Turner is there for another one. And he's going to have the Rams first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
11. Blue 60. Easy alert. Hey, 22.
Again, it's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Up the middle, it's Williams. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Stafford. Pass complete. Thorne in the cool. They'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll come up now, 3rd and 9. To the air again, Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nakua as the first half is winding down. And And the Rams have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Hey, 5-0!
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A good tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. But they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
Yellow. Get set. Get set. Yellow. 18.
Purdy. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing here, Purdy. He'll try and do this himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Spinning away. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Purdy going to give it to Garindo. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the wall. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness, just about got him into the end zone.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Purdy on the sneak. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. A throw left side for Pearsall is complete. Touchdown! Ricky Pearsall from a yard out. And the 49ers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. The lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same, and what they plan to do on offense.
Michael Williams. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Now Stafford's going to move him around. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
20! And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Yellow. Yellow.
Back to throw, Purdy. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
San Francisco.
From 17 yards out. And the Niners take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him, because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult, because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
Stafford. He had him there open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws out. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go around.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Yellow. 18, what's up?
Purdy looking to throw. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. In motion goes the tight end. Cook. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now Purdy. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Rams are right back in this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Stafford going to change it up here. Out of the pistol. Here's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now Stafford. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be marked down at the 26 for the game 7. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's Cook again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
Yellow. Right around, sir. Yellow.
Purdy now to throw. Open man, the tight end Tonjes. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 131 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit